Distinguished representative of Kazakhstan. Now I give the floor to distinguished representative of Regions Refocus and Third World Network Africa Civil Society FfD mechanism.
Thank you, Co-Chair. Excellencies, distinguished delegates, it is inarguable that trade has a key role to play in the development and structural transformation of countries. In particular, tariffs and customs duties from trade have historically played an important role in bolstering national budgets, especially while countries are developing. But this traditional source of financing for developing countries has been upended by multilateral trade rules that prohibit the use of these tools, including the WTO e-commerce moratorium. Bilateral trade and investment agreements further pry markets open, in contrast to the strategies used by now developed countries. More recently, tariffs have come into the spotlight as unilateral coercive measures, which has showcased the structural vulnerabilities of developing countries. Their sheer survival in the global economy has become hinged on the whims of others. Adding to the challenge of harnessing trade as a source of financing for development is the increasing digitalization of trade. Only 35% of people in developing countries have access to the internet, corresponding to structural inequalities along lines of class, race, ethnicity, and gender. The barriers which have led to this divide are in no small part created by unequal distribution of gains from trade. The purpose of trade multilateralism has been, since its inception, to act as an engine of development. Following the human capabilities approach to development, the purpose of trade should therefore be to increase the capabilities of people. In this sense, and despite growth in gross domestic products, trade multilateralism has failed to meet its purpose. We are facing multiple intersecting crises, including economic, political, ecological, and social, and trade has played a significant role in the formation and exacerbation of each of them. Let me also assure you that it is not just civil society who recognizes the destructive role that the current multilateral trading system plays. The G77 and China proposed several rounds of progressive language in the FfD4 outcome document. They recognize that the challenges they face are not individual but structural, that the multilateral trading system cannot act as an engine of development in its current form, that rather than propelling development, trade is an anchor around their development priorities. But we see little trace of this progressive language in the outcome document. It falls far short of what civil society and developing countries had hoped and does next to nothing in rectifying structural problems with the multilateral trading system. We are shocked to hear it described as a success. Despite the letdown of FfD4, civil society will not stop in our fight for trade justice to fulfill the role of trade as an engine of development. We hope that the upcoming UNCTAD 16 process yields progress on this front. I thank you.
I thank the representative of Regions Refocus and Third World Network Africa Civil Society FfD mechanism. And now I give the floor to the distinguished representative of Jamaica.